Hey guys, this is Dan from Dan Gym Conditioning, and today I'm going to show you guys how to improve your hamstring flexibility using ballistic stretching. So first, make sure you're warmed up. Do some jump ropes, run around, bike or whatever, and make sure your blood is flowing all over your body before you start stretching. And we're going to test our flexibility when your muscles are not stretched at all. Make your legs together and try to bend forward as much as you can. And the reason we're testing is how dramatic change you can make in just 5 to 10 minutes of stretching. So remember how far you could reach down before you stretch, and do my stretching routine and compare yourself prior to your stretching and after, and you'll definitely see a lot of results. First, make your legs shoulder width and we'll bend both knees. But make sure you don't bend a lot, but just bend tiny bit. And we're gonna start to do some bounces. And make sure your bounces are not too big. In this way, it's prone to injuries. So make sure your bounces are small pulses. So if you can't touch your palms on the ground, like so, you can choose to have some kind of object. So if you're super stiff, you can have these over floor and do the same thing. And if you're a little bit better than this, you can have this object lower and do the same thing. And if you're a little bit better than that, you can even lower. And eventually, you'll be able to do without any object. So do this for 50 times. And we're gonna move on to the next one. So next one is make one leg straight, and while this leg's still bent. And we're gonna do the same pulses. So for this one too, if you're super stiff, have some kind of object and do the same bounces. Do this for 50 times again, and switch legs. So this time we're gonna straighten my left leg and bend my right leg, and we'll do the same pulses again for 50 times. So if you do 150 reps total of these, you should feel pretty warmed on your hamstrings. So we'll make this a little bit harder by putting your legs together this time. It's the same exact thing. So it's gonna be a little bit harder. Make your legs together and do bounces. For this one too, you can have an object and try to touch it. This is a little tip or advice that you can switch your hand positions to know exactly how far it can go. So say that you can barely touch this object with fingers all the way straightened. But as you get better, you can bend your fingertips, and do the same thing. But this time you'll have to bend a little bit further because your fingers are bent. And as we improve again, you can make both hands fist and do the same thing. And eventually you'll be able to use palms to touch this object. And when you can touch this object with both with your palms, that means you can move on. So I'm gonna lower this a little bit and start the same thing, same process again. So fingertips, bent fingers, fist, and eventually palms. And move on. So if you use this approach, you should be able to improve your hamstring flexibility pretty quickly. So try it and let me know how it goes. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.